Hey guys, so it's video number 2. Sorry, it's getting kind of weird. I know it's dark and you can't really see me too good, and I got my glasses on. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So here's the sit rep. I just want to give you a quick situational report, sit rep, what's going on. Sorry it's been so long since I did a video, but yeah. So since the last video, Dr. Raffi is out, Dr. P is in. The weird thing is, I went to this hospital to be with Doctor P, but Dr. Raffi is kind of under Dr. P. He's also a robotic surgeon, and I ended up back with Dr. P, who is the primary surgeon with this hospital. So cool. I'm good with her. Met with her. She took a sample, sent off, and it came back, and yeah, verified it's cancer, right? So she only took a sample from my right tonsil. Since then, I have notified the family. I notified a handful of friends. Everybody's been cool for the most part. A little bit of weirdness, but hey, that's going to be, that's the way it is, right? Let me see. So I have an appointment with my dental surgeon, which one of the cool things with the hospital I'm affiliated with is that all the specialties, dental, rad, radiation, chemo, surgery, wellness, the whole spiel is in this one location, which is cool. And they actually have meetings just, and you are part of that. Like your case comes up during that meeting, and they talk about you holistically, right? So I'm cool with that. I mean, that's definitely that shows me the organization knows what they're doing. They've learned from past experiences, continuous improvement, and all that, which I'm cool with. So very good. So since the sample and since the verification that I actually have cancer, it's tonsillar TSSC or TSCC. I'm not sure what that is, but basically, it's the keywords are tonsillar and carcinoma. That's all you need to know. Not good. So they scheduled me for a PET scan. I'm not sure what that stands for, but so I did that yesterday, and so you basically go to the hospital, oncology radiology unit, and they put an IV in, and they inject sugars into your bloodstream, and you have to sit there for like an hour. You can't move. You can't, because if you move and use your muscles will attract those sugars, right? But cancer likes sugar too, so they want you to sit still and let the cancers feed on that sugar. And then after the hour, they bring you into the unit where the tunnel is, the actual PET scan tunnel, and it was kind of neat. Like I'm laying back. They had this pillow, a squishy pillow, so they squished it around my neck and around my head, so I couldn't move. And then they had me put my hands on my thighs, and they put this wrap over my abdomen and my thighs and my hips, and clinched it under the table. So now my arms are being locked down because the table is like real narrow, like probably maybe even narrower than my my scaps, like my what do you call them, shoulder blades, right? So my arms are hanging off the side. So now they're secured, right? So then they send you through this unit, this big tunnel, and it takes from my head down to my mid thigh, and it shifts every 2 to 3 minutes, and it takes a 3D scan of your whole body, and it's looking for what parts of your body are consuming those sugars, and these enzymes or these radiological isotopes that they inject in your body, which was I was like, wow, that's cool. So I finished that. The cool thing is, by the way, so this hospital I'm affiliated with has a website that you can go on. You subscribe to it, and then you can just go on, log on, and you can see your whole chart like in real time. Like as soon as they post notes or anything, you can see it. And so I finished up my PET yesterday evening at 5:30, and this morning at 7:30, somebody had read it, and boom, it was right there, the whole thing. So what it said essentially was my right tonsil and the lymph node right behind it are involved. I mean, they're feasting on the sugars, so they know those are involved, and they gave the centimeter size and all that stuff, right? And this is all about staging too, by the way. So this is how they tell you what stage your cancer's in. This is how they know, and where, if it's spread and where, right? And there was some indications on my left side and my tonsil and my lymph node, but it was indecisive. So they couldn't really say there was cancer there, but they were just kind of letting the doc know, hey, you need to look at this as well. But the great news is, from there down, there was no indications of cancer. So I'm definitely not stage 4. I'm pretty sure I'm not stage 3. So I'm thinking I'm somewhere in stage 1 or 2, which for me, that's chicken dinner, right? That's great. So yeah. So I think I mentioned my dentist. My next appointment is Monday morning with him, and I'm not sure if I said this, but so they like to address your dental problems before you go into radiation or rad and chemo. So if you need some teeth out, they like to pull those and address all that stuff before you go into that, before you go into chemo and rad. Excuse me. So you don't run into problems while your system is weak, right? So they want to take care of that before they go in. So I mean, overall, guys, I gotta say, I mean, I'm impressed with my hospital. I'm impressed with the feedback and the reaction from the family and friends. I appreciate that very much. Yes, the hospital friends and just the feedback and information I'm getting from the process. I mean, all things considered, I think it's going pretty well. So we'll see. I think the next meeting is probably going to be with Dr. P to go over the results of the PET scan with me, and at some point I think I'll meet my radiologist. Oh, and by the way, I met my chemo doc, and she basically said, the standard treatment for throat cancer is 5 days of radiation and 1 day of chemo, and the side effects is really. So I'm trying to balance my work in medical treatment and all that, and then they laid the side effects on me, and that got weird, man, because it's so arbitrary and it's so individual. You don't know how you're going to react to this stuff, right? It goes from limb numbness to loss of taste, loss of sight, hearing effects, numbness, sexual issues. They say anal leakage, but I see that for every damn thing. Every new prescription drug I see on TV. So I'm guessing that's on the table too. I have no idea. That's got me like, whoa, I don't want nothing leaking. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, my spirits are up. I appreciate you guys' support. And that's a SITREP number 1 situation report. It's just an update. Don't get weird, okay? And by the way, don't get weird. And I'll update you as soon as I know, what's going on from all this, all right? So talk to you soon, guys. See you later.